Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today going to be playing some F1 2018. Yes, we are going to be trying a career mode. I asked you guys on Twitter what team you wanted to see me run for in this. We'll probably do a few episodes if people continue to have interest in this. Maybe we'll make our way through an entire season. However, yeah, I asked you guys what team you wanted to see me running, and the winner of the vote was Mclaren. So, for this year, for this time, for this game, we are going to have a go with the Mclaren team, and hopefully make the orange cars do fairly well. They're also likely to be upside down. It's an orange, me driving an orange, admittedly it's orange and blue, which is, I guess, better than orange and black. So... yeah, we will have Alonso, of course, as our teammate. I want to know where Jeff is. Where is the all-important... Oh, go! I don't care. Where is Jeff? We need Jeff. We mainly need Jeff for his amazing magic tape. Right, we've got Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Okay, it's good. We've still got Jeff. Please be quiet. We're excited. We have... Jeff might be the weatherman. No, I think Jeff is still the race engineer. That is good news. That is good news indeed. So, if you played last year's F1 game, the practice program system will be... Jeff! It's early in the video, and already you are interrupting me. We're off to a perfect start, I think. The practice program system is back. It's a good way for learning tracks and so on. You have these various objectives to do. Track acclimatization is just sort of learning the track, to keep your tyres alive around the course of a lap. These sort of little mini games to help you learn the track, and you get resource points to spend on upgrading the car, whether it be the reliability, the engine, the wing, whatever it might be that you want to work on. I am normally pretty bad at tyre management, not too shabby around here. Managed to do that okay. Fuel management I am awful at. Don't know how ERS management works, as I haven't really paid too much attention. I just kind of left that on automatic for now. I'm kind of running out of buttons on my steering wheel for everything. So, that'll just do its thing. We'll have a look at the fuel management one, which is normally my... I should have picked tyres or something, because I'm going to show you the terrible one. But... basically, yeah, you have a little mini game where, in this case, it is you've got to try and keep fuel burn down to a minimum. And there are a variety of ways that you can do this. As Jeff wants to try and interfere, goddammit. So, basically, it's about saving fuel, but you've got to meet a certain lap time as well, which is a little bit of a challenge. It's certainly for me. I'm not very good at fuel saving. Basically, the idea is you lift and coast for a little while and then go on the brakes, I think, but I can never really get the balance right. I'm not much of a fuel saver, really. I am flat out, and that's the only way I know. Flat out, I can't really save the tyres, although apparently my driving style is fairly smooth enough to make them okay. I've got lost. I'm doing terrible. This is all wrong. You know what? Let's just go for a foot down and hope for the best. Another way of doing it that the game doesn't really tell you about, short shifting, is also... for me, I find short shifting much easier to try and do. Like lift and coast, I just lose lap time. That lap time just evaporates. So... I tend not to be so good with that. I'm curious to know whether I can. In F1 2017, I kind of cheesed a lot of the fuel management ones. Oh, I'll just put DRS open. Yeah, I kind of cheesed a fair bit of fuel management stuff with some short... I say cheesed it. It worked at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't tend to go into this during the race. I'm going to be doing 25% races. I have more fun doing them. And... fuel management will be less of a important thing. I'm managing to do okay on fuel management when not even trying. So let's just go for it in terms of lap time and hope that it'll be enough. And if it's still in the red zone come the end of the lap, we'll panic and try and do some short shifting or something. Yeah, because I think we're gonna have to. Yeah, so we'll just go for some little. Oh, got very wide again through there. Little bit of short shifting around this part of the lap. We're still good in terms of our actual lap speed, and then we're back into the green zone, and I'm just good to put my foot down. Basically, just go as fast as you can. Now we're vaguely in the green. If you get into the purple area, you will get more resource points, if you like. I tend not to have the patience to faff around with this to get it into the purple area, so I'm okay with just getting some from this at the end of the day. It's better than nothing. So just noticed we are 9th and 10th with the McLarens. Apparently I am on fairly sensible pace. Oh, bloody hell, I've got to do this quickly. I was about to say, I guess go down here. Oh, quick, press that button. So, I was hoping to have a little bit of time, but apparently not. This is all you've got to read really quickly. I guess we're going to say, yeah. I can't even. I don't even have time to read these out to you because we've just got to go for it. What am I expecting to roll a car? There is not an I want a roll car option. I want a roll car. I guess get some points for McLaren seems like a good idea. There's not an option to say I'm hoping we'll end up upside. I mean, I'm not hoping. Anyway, that was a little bit more rushed than I thought it was going to be. I was going to say, like, the media is now a thing that you have to contend with when it comes to your career mode, which, let's face it, is kind of something you'd have to do with real Formula 1 stuff, depending on how you answer the questions, depending on how the media perceive you and your interactions will determine how teams like you and what teams will perhaps want to try and sign you and so on. So here you got your reputations with the various teams. Apparently I've gone up with everyone. Perfect. That probably won't last, but apparently Mercedes really like me. Sure. Why not? So to say, I'm quite liking the McLaren. It's safe to say. Jeff is quite enthused. Oh, Bottas has beaten me. God damn it. I'm liking this car though, I have to say. I'm enjoying driving the McLaren. It has got a pretty decent amount of, well, let's say this one place. Of course, we are already in free practice and so on. However, we did just have a McLaren beat both Mercedes, which is good. I mean, good news. Brief. I'll take brief good news. Right, so it is time for qualifying. And expectation-wise, I mean, I'm going to ignore whatever the game tells me. It'd be nice to be able to get into the top 10 shootout. I think we might have the pace in the car if everything goes fairly well. From what I have seen with this game, from the brief little sort of testing that I have done, the kind of midfield is pretty damn close between all of the cars. The midfield is pretty, so, you know, the likes of the Haas, the Toro Rossos and Force Indias and Saubers and even the Williams and so on, tends to be quite close. So little mistakes could be very costly if I make them, which is always possible. Doesn't look like there's going to be any rain intervention. I think the plan is we're going to head out fairly early on, set a lap, and that should be enough to get us through. That might have been quite close to a very big accident from me. It's one of those laps when everything is going well and you are, well, let's say you're clinging on for dear life. That would perhaps be a little bit incorrect. There was a small heart attack moment as I came around that final corner. I wanted to keep my foot down because I knew it was a good lap. And then we very nearly went and visited the wall. I mean, I know it's a good lap because I'm up in third ahead of Ricciardo in a McLaren. We did a 23.6, not too shabby. It's not going to keep me there, I don't think. I'm fairly sure, you know, the Mercedes and Ferraris are going to go faster than that. However, I was happy with that lap. I was happy with that lap very much. Okay, I mean, we're a couple of tenths faster than a Renault. Ricciardo, actually, I was expecting the likes of Bottas and Vettel, like the Red Bulls and so on, to be on funny tyres, and they're not. they were on ultra softs as well. Alonso did a 24 at 2 now. He's on the ultra softs. It's going to be an interesting qualifying session. That much is for sure. So, yeah, the final few seconds, the rest of the cars, they all came flying through just to make sure that they were all safe. There's a little bit of panic, I think, from the Red Bulls and Ferraris who are trying to get through on the super softs. Yeah, solid start. Solid enough start through the first parts. Sirotkin, no one particularly surprising. Gone out down here. The 2 Williams, 2 Toro Rossos and a Sauber are gone. The Force India's not having much of a fun time here. Yeah, going to be close between me and the Renaults by the looks of it. Oh, bugger!
What happened? Okay.
Well, qualifying was looking very good. I might have just binned it on the old on turn 1. We got a. There we go. I mean, I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to use the flashbacks. I was going a bit too fast. I was turning a bit too soon on the way into the first corner, and once that was wrong, I was kind of committed at carrying the speed. Yeah, bounced across the grass on the way in, couldn't stop it, and that has broken all of the front of my McLaren. From what was looking like a promising, surprising qualifying session, we have binned it. Sorry, Jeff. Where's the magic tape? I'm sure Jeff's magic tape could have fixed that car up in a jiffy. We could have got it craned. I mean, it'll be ready for the race, I guess. I mean, Alonso went out as well. So, Jesus, Hamilton's bloody fast. Well, we got some work to do. I was hoping to be fighting with the Renaults. It looks like we're down 50. The only plus point we've got here is at least I'll get tyre choice. I would have preferred to be where Alonso is with tyre choice, but at least we will get tyre choice. We'll probably go for an alternate strategy and might be able to come good in the race. I mean, 7th, ultimately, you know, 7th is the best McLaren's going to get without some really big weirdness. So, let's hope for a strategy race working out for us. I guess there must have been some grid penalties. There's a... Oh, Alonso's at the back. It's the first... Jeff, why is Alonso at the back of the fields? What has McLaren done to irk even the game? Either way, apparently Alonso's at the back. Did I spot also... yeah, there's a Red Bull behind us. So Alonso, who was 11th, is now not 11th. And a Red Bull of some description. Verstappen's behind us. That's not what you want going into turn 1 of the first Grand Prix. An angry Verstappen. I guess they must have had to change engine bits or something. That would have put the cars back. Well, the grid penalties are starting early in all of this, or they broke park permit rules. Who knows? Looks like there is a Red Bull on pole. Looks like a Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, Ferrari, Haas, possibly, judging by like the little coloured dots on the map. Although Mercedes and Williams look very close to glance. So Force India, nice and obvious. McLaren, nice and obvious. Mercedes and Williams, not often you get those two confused, but there we go. I should look at tyres or something. How are we doing temperature? Don't really know what I'm doing. This is just a waffle as we drive around and have a look at the grid and wonder how long it's take Verstappen to work his way through the field. Turn 1's going to be scary. Than normal. Right, here we go, heading towards the grid. I'm a little bit nervous. I mean, we saw how easy it was to put the car out in qualifying. Turn 1 is a bit nerve-wracking. It's a bit nerve-wracking. This video is very short. It means something's gone terribly wrong in turn 1. Don't give the secrets away. Yeah, let's hope. That's not a fun car to have sat behind us here, but there we go. We have got a Red Bull sat behind our McLaren on the grid here as we get underway at Australia. It's actually a little bit of a bad start for me. Toro Rosso is up alongside. We're going to go early on the brakes, try and sneak our way around the outside. Can make it work there. We will get the Sauber. That's us up to 12. I mean, it's a good start. is a good start for us in many ways. You might even be able to sneak a move up the inside of the Force India. It'll have to be around the outside of this next turn, which is not the easiest position to make it work. I think we might actually do it though. Where is the Force India gone? He's fallen back into line. Okay. I'm liking that start. We didn't get off the line very well, but the big kind of concertina effect into turn 1 meant Toro Rosso had nowhere to go. And me, being a little bit of a sneaky bugger around the outside, able to make something work. Right, the Renaults are my goal to try and beat. The team we raced for last year, we've got to try and beat them with our Mclaren. Oh god, car's very heavy of course with fuel. We're also not on as grippy tyres as when we last drove it in qualifying. Now if the Renaults and the Hasses and the Force Indias, if you guys want to all get sort of stuck together, continue to fight each other, that works out fairly nicely for me. I'm on worse tyres essentially, and yeah, if you can just bring me along for the ride, just tow, if I lasso a Formula 1 car, but I mean, it probably wouldn't work very well. Let's not think too much about that. Just pull me along, Magnussen. The ERS deployment. The ERS is on automatic, Jeff. You're the one in control of that. I just set it to auto because it wanted to have less things to worry about in this first race. So, Jeff, you fiddle around with the you've got the magical buttons and so on. This is a really long train of cars because I think the Red Bulls were not expected to be out front, and the Mercedes are struggling to overtake. This is always a good test for the AI. In F1. They have, in previous games, struggled being able to overtake each other, and they get into this situation where you just have a big train going around the circuit, which is partly why this strategy that I'm on at the moment works, because the early stages, they can't overtake each other, they box everybody in, and I'm keeping up with them. I mean, I've gained, in fact, on Magnussen, on what are, nowhere near as good are tyres at this stage, because they really struggle with overtaking each other. Does look like a Ferrari was going for the lead on Ricciardo. I mean, if he makes that one, whoever gets past Ricciardo, if they do it and no one else does, they will run away and win this race by a country mile. That was a half-assed look at Magnussen. Wasn't even expecting to try and overtake there. It just sort of happened. No more half-assed looks, please. Or no more half-assed driving from AIs as well. Touch scary when that one happens. Like nothing worse than a surprise. Oh no, I'm going to do the same thing I did in qualifying. Surprise overtakes or surprise. Suddenly I'm on the inside. Panic help are not what you want, especially in a Formula 1 car. It does look like we are clear. I mean, Verstappen's behind the Force India behind me. Then there's a little gap back, I think, to the likes of the Saubers. So, I mean, yeah, we're just in a big train. There's not too much here that I can. I mean, I want to try and find a way past Magnussen. I go too aggressive, we might lose a place to Ocon, or we might lose the front wing on the back of Perez's car if we dive in, deep into a braking zone somewhere. Don't know where we're going to line him up. Everyone's going to, of course, DRS train their way down the main straight, so it's kind of neutralising for everyone. Turning too soon through there. Oh, is there a bumping? It's starting to get... It's busy now. It's very busy. I don't know if I want to be a part of this. Oh, God. It's Hulkenberg and Grosjean and everybody's fighting. I mean, I am involved in this. I might be able to have a sneaky look up the inside of one, and that's why that was the issue. That was always going to be the difficult thing. Try to get up the inside of one and not hit the other. And, well, we didn't. We very much didn't. Crap, now we've dinged our front wing. Bugger me. They're 3 wide into turn 1. Guys, this is getting ridiculous now. I'll take 1. I'll take 2. Sneaky, overtakey. And, panic, because I don't want to try and go up the inside again of more cars. Somehow I've made up 2 positions with a fairly balked front wing. Guys, somebody go somewhere. No. I think I might have put a Force India in the wall. I'll be honest, I think that might have been my bad. Yeah, Force India might have ended up in a wall a little bit. I mean, I was trying to take some form of racing speed, and everyone's just got stacked. Like, as soon as that DRS came on, everything has got stacked up terribly through all of that, and yeah, that got a little bit mad. Now, the bad news, I say the bad news for me, in terms of my goal to beat the Renaults, we're ahead of one, and one's buggered off. I think its sights is buggered off. The other bad news is my car drives like garbage. So, you know, that's not really going to help matters anymore now. That was about one of the craziest starts I think I've had to a race. I say starts. That was... I've not seen the AI try and fit 3 wide into turn 1 before. That's not a thing that you usually end up seeing them trying to do. Oh, I'm going to bounce across the grass. I mean, we've got out the other side in one piece. Just. Well. Oh, Jeff! Thanks, Jeff. I was just about to start saying pit stops are taking place. I am not thoroughly liking my car at the moment. I don't know whether it's a combination of tyres or the broken wing's not helping. But I am struggling a little bit for pace. We're hoping I am going to go for a wing change, and I'm going to lose some time in the pits. But I think I would rather do that. Oh no! Don't spin on the grass now. Yeah, we'll get a new wing so we can be on maximum attack mode. The Renault's too far gone. Out ahead, that couple of laps of chaos have really put pay to much higher up. Whether I can catch the Haas or not, I don't know. That's going to be an interesting one. I did think that it was a Red Bull behind me. It isn't actually a Toro Rosso that is behind us, Hartley's car. So we are still clear of Verstappen. Verstappen not able to make it through the field quite as quickly as you might expect, although it was mayhem. So I don't know quite what happened to him. Certainly in the Force India incident. Please turn. It's struggling a touch, but... yeah, as pit stops happen, we'll have clean air for a lot of the race now, and there'll be a mad final 5 or 6 laps. I'm playing it very dangerously with some curbs. That's the second time I've had a very... well, that's the scariest of the kind of scary moments that have gone on around here. I am gradually... I say I'm being caught by Ricciardo. Ricciardo's pitted, he's come out behind, he's on fresh tyres. I'm really looking forward to some fresh tyres in all of this, as unfortunately I don't think I'm going to lead, because I think Hamilton's doing a similar strategy to me in all of this. Ricciardo, yeah, we're not going to be able to... I'm still doing that dumb turning in too soon. Yeah, Ricciardo's flying, as you would imagine, on some fresh tyres. Hamilton is out in front going for a similar strategy to me. I might screw over a Red Bull, but I need to be going as quickly as possible to try and... I'm going to lose a little bit of time, of course, in the pits with the... Okay, Red Bull, if you're going to do that, do it quickly. Go, go, go. Please do not dally there. Come on, get a move on, Red Bull. This is not at all what I needed. Oh, we're going to go around the outside of a Red Bull. Why am I doing this? This is costing us both, but just go. Move. I will punt you if needed. And I don't... Just go, please, Ricciardo. God damn it. Oh, okay, now he's at least gone. This is... We are going to be in so much trouble, I fear, in all of this. Because this lap has been so slow, and I know I'm going to have a longer pit stop because I want a new wing. Oh, bugger and blast! I still hope to be able to get, you know, maybe some points. Oh, in this race, maybe not now. That's not good either. Oh crap! It's all gone a little bit wrong. I don't actually know where is the line. There it is. Okay, not needed to have practiced that a little bit. Oh, come on, come on. Good pit stop. Good pit stop, please. I think we're going to struggle to come out by the where we want to be. But, yeah, of course, because that wing is going to lose us a heap of time. Come on, go, 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 go.
Release, release.
Right, looks like we're going to come out in the top 10 at least. That's what we want to see. That means there's a chance. There's a chance that we can still score some points. Hartley has jumped us. Yeah, okay, so the... Actually not terrible, considering we had to have the wing sorted. We really had to have the wing sorted. Hartley has come out ahead of us, but is going to be on worse tyres. I have got good tyres till the end. I think Stroll is probably yet to pit. I don't think they've suddenly found some sweet Christ. There's grip! There is much glorious grip. Yeah, Hartley is going to be our main rival in this one. It's a shame I couldn't be fighting with the Renaults and the Haas. It is what it is, I think. We've just got to give it everything now on these next couple of laps. I mean, a safety car would be a brilliant, I think unlikely, but would be brilliant. I'm going to go on to some rich engine mode for a little while and see if we can go about hunting down a Toro Rosso.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Jeff, I'm flying at the moment. We are absolutely hunting down our quarry. Unfortunately, I have a horrible feeling, as Jeff says, we are not going to be able to stay at this for too much longer. I'm going to turn it down to give us maybe a chance at the very end of the race. We can have half a lap of Banzai mode if needed. McLaren is so much nicer. Now we've got it on the Ultra Softs. Now we've got a front wing that is, well, making the downforce, doing what it should. I am in concentration mode. Well, we're not commentating at least. And we are absolutely flying up towards the back of this Toro Rosso. It's going to be close, though. It is going to be very, very close as to... that is a monstrous lap. Oh, I've done the dumb thing. That turned in way too soon. Don't actually gain any speed from that because you have to be real careful because it's grass and bouncy and spinny. But, yeah, we are right here now. It's whether I'm going to find the time and the place to get the overtake done.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Well, that's good to know, Jeff. We should have enough to go for another Banzai lap at the end. Certainly half a lap if... oh! Hamilton's out! I nearly binned it! There was much excitement. Is there going to be a safety car for Hamilton's stricken car? Where is it stricken? It's stricken up at a bit of an interesting point. Not enough for a safety car, however, or even a virtual safety car. Okay, so that's put us up to 8th. 7th might actually be on the cards here, which, considering we were down in... We started in... Well, qualified 15th, started 13th, had some scary moments there. I would have taken 7th if you'd offered it at the start of the race. Let's face it, most McLaren drivers would have done. It's a shame I can't be up fighting with the Renault, the Haas, and by the looks of it, a Ferrari that's got stuck in that little group. Yeah, not much. But actually, that's probably put Hamilton out of what was going to be a quite straightforward lead, quite straightforward victory. It's coming down to the final couple of laps. My car is a little bit slidey in places, which is scaring me, because, well, you know me, I don't like slidey cars, and I'm terrified. We're going to do all of this work, and be right there, trying to find a way past Hartley, and that's when I'm going to lose the back end and smack it into we are so much quicker through these corners. Where do you find that way past? Up here is single file traffic. You're not going to do it well. I mean, you can, but it relies on a very compliant AI vehicle. Have I got the straight line speed here to have a look? No, don't want to risk that. That's going to end in a big crash. So has Hamilton's car been moved? Looks like it has. Turn 1, I'm not so confident in the braking zone, see, because I've had a few issues there. It might have to be, so out the final corner, unless we get a mega run down here, which it does look like we are going to. Hartley wants to shuffle across a little bit. Okay, we are good. We are good to dive that up the inside. No bouncing it across the grass. In the end, I think the Toro Rosso was a little bit out of performance. It was done. It had nothing left. I mean, we've got the huge tyre advantage on our car and everything. And yeah, with the DRS out of that final corner, a good run. All we needed. Don't do that. Don't do that now. Not after the huge amount of work went on catching Hartley, passing Hartley. I say passing Hamilton. Surviving, so Hamilton could break down and we could take another position. It's certainly been an eventful first Grand Prix. Well, it's the final lap of the race, Jeff, so that's all good. Yeah, little shame. I dinged up the wing and we messed around with Ricciardo a little bit more than we should have done. Ricciardo will go on to take victory, if only he could manage that one in the actual Australia Grand Prix, some point maybe. Yeah, it's been an exciting first Grand Prix. There was a little bit of downtime in the middle while the strategies played out, and I ran around on my own and struggled to really go anywhere in terms of pace. However, the final few laps chasing down Hartley was excellent fun, and we are going to score decent points on our first outing. Slight peeved, we could have done a little better, but there we go. It's a win for Red Bull at Australia. A Ferrari got stuck behind a Renault for quite a while. But yeah, points for McLaren. I beat Alonso in the end. I don't know where Alonso did end up in all of that. Like, oh, it was Vettel that got stuck. Raikkonen up in second, I think was smiling, which is peculiar. And Bottas got a podium in all of that. So I guess Hulkenberg ended up fourth. That's pretty damn good going. Alonso climbed to 12th. Where did Verstappen just didn't go anywhere? Well, there we go. What a race. What a race. Solid points for me. Okay points for McLaren. Alonso came through to 12th, but no points for him in the end of that. Oh, hello. Have you come to do some more quick-fire questions where we have to try and read everything? I was mostly in control of my car. Things were mostly in control, but there was a little bit of an off-track excursion.
You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
No, they could have done better. I guess, yeah, it was. The car was good. I wasn't very good with it.
Great.
The
Well, that's everything.
aero department and the McLaren were happy. Basically, we kept everybody happy. I mean, to be fair, most of those answers were like the car was great. There wasn't any car was awful, GP2 engine, etc. options. Maybe there is if things are going worse for you. Who knows? I am beating Alonso currently, which is good. I mean, none of us got a podium, but what are the chances of that one happening? And we have got some more resource points. I gain points for getting a better versus the qualifying position, participation, and so on. So 2,000 points. We'll inevitably spend some of that. McLaren like us. Haas don't like us. Did I crash? No. Force India like us despite the fact I crashed to Force India into the wall. Haas don't like us. I guess because we beat them. Who knows? Williams continue to like us. McLaren are happy, which means that I guess everything's pretty good.
That's a great result.
And
You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
Thanks, Jeff. It was, well, I could always find complaints. So there we go. This is our that's our first race. This is our little technology. Is Jeff around in here? I mean, I know Alonso is. Alonso's cool and everything, but Jeff, I think I'd have seen Jeff wander through here at some point. But anyway, there we go. That was it for the. I think that's Jeff there. Jeff, are you Jeff? I think you might be. Maybe not actually. I don't know. Like, the little picture of Jeff is very. It was a very small picture, so maybe you're Jeff. I don't know. It's the quest for Jeff.
We've received invitations to new historic
cool.
events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to
So,
participate
yeah,
in
much
the
like the previous game, you have now got these special events that you can go and do. I do like that there's an option to skip them if you aren't particularly interested in taking part in them. I mean, we probably will. I'll probably do it off camera, though. They're kind of fun little side challenges, side missions almost. You get to drive some interesting classic machines. Actually, quite a lot of classic cars in this game, more than ever, which is really nice to see if you are into more classic Formula 1 cars. And there's like, I think about 2008, like 8, 9, 10, 11, or no, maybe like 6, 7, 8, 9, or like a whole list of cars, like one year after the other. All sorts of interesting vehicles. Basically the Formula 1 I grew up watching. So, yeah, I'm liking the game so far. And I had a very good first race. So there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, a goodbye.